Hello and Merry Christmas. I hope you're doing well. Earlier this evening, I did a post to see how many of the people in my Facebook world have either survived cancer or been touched by cancer through the life of a loved one. And I just wanted to take a moment and say that I'm so glad for those who have survived, and for those who have not, then my heart goes out to you with grief. And so that actually is part of my anime recommended movie for tonight that I wanted to talk about. So I'll come back around to that. But the reason I was thinking about that question of who has survived cancer, who hasn't, really was just, where are we in our lives right now, and what are we grateful for? Earlier today, I was just going about normal stuff, getting ready for the day, and I was just overwhelmed with gratitude for the different gifts that I have in my life. I was overwhelmed with gratitude for my husband. I was overwhelmed with gratitude for my health, and I just had this sense of God's presence with me, and I just started like weeping. And I've asked God for moments like that where I just knew He was with me. And I can't remember another time really. There was one time when I was actually repenting of something. It was a pretty big deal. It was like something I intentionally sinned against God about. And I was at Belmont University. If you guys have been there, they were doing a worship night, and I was just so overcome with the weight of my sin in that moment. And so that was really my only other memory of just being overwhelmed with the presence of God in a way that made me cry, was that time back at Belmont, 22 years ago. And then this morning, just totally overwhelmed with gratitude to God for the people in my life, where I am in life, my physical health, my husband's health, the health of my sons. So wherever you are this holiday season, I just wanted to take a minute and just thank God. Thanking God is a really big part of my life. I thank God every single day for different things. About a year ago, this time, my husband was in the grip of autoimmune disease, and I started a miracle journal because I couldn't find anything to be grateful for. I just felt like horrible inside all the time. And so I started this miracle journal, and I would just write down any time when I felt like something unusual, an unusual kindness had happened. The very house that we're in right now is an exceptional kindness to us. If you've enjoyed these beautiful windows or the gorgeous hardwood floors, we're renting this home, and it's been such an enormous gift to us. One day I'm going to walk you through the garden in the backyard and show you the beautiful plants and tell you more of the stories about this house where we're getting to live right now. But I promised question and answer. So if anybody's feeling bold and they'd like to ask questions about homeschooling or boundaries in life, I would love to hear that and see that. I did want to go ahead and honor the promo that I said I would be giving a recommendation for an anime movie night. And so this comes from my son, actually. He has studied Japanese anime, and also has been studying Japanese language on his own. And he's branched out into our family heritage with anime. I didn't know there was such a thing as Irish animators, but there is. And if you've heard of the movie Secret of the Kells, it came out in 2014. That same movie producer produced another movie related to grief and hope and loss and moving on. And the name of that movie is Song of the Sea. Song of the Sea. It's available on Amazon. You can rent it there. I highly recommend it for a movie night. It's absolutely gorgeous art. It's so beautiful. The artwork is so beautiful in this movie that my son actually, like, that's what he wants for Christmas, is that book, that movie. What is it called? The art of the movie in a book form. So that's what he's getting. It's called The Song of the Sea, and it's the story of a family in Ireland that lives on the coast. They live in a lighthouse, and the mother I don't want to give too much away. Okay, how do I do this? Anyway, it's related to Irish folklore, which if you're Irish at all, you probably know a little bit about Irish folklore. They're really into the seals and sea lions, which is some irony there. Here in San Diego, we have a whole children's pool that has been repurposed for seals and sea lions. So we get to see seals and sea lions all the time. And the nickname in Ireland for seals is silkies. And my mom used to call me a silky. I always love the water, and I am very, very Irish. That's where I get these beautiful gray stripes. Like, this is my natural hair color. So I am Irish almost 100%, not really 100%. I've got Italian in me as well, and some French and Indian. But anyway, so back to the anime recommended movie. It's Song of the Sea, and it's appropriate for all ages. You don't have to skip any scenes or anything. It's beautiful, beautiful movie. It's just amazing. So that's available. The guy who produced that, Tommy is his first name, he also created Secret of the Kells, and that's also available on Amazon. I haven't watched that one yet, but my son did, and he recommends it as well. So those are my 2 family movie night recommendations if you're looking for something new. Not really Christmassy, but definitely related to grief and hope and life and all those kinds of things. Next, I wanted to talk about last minute gift ideas. So there's like a theme going in my family right now where we're kind of rediscovering our Irish roots. And so one of my sons got his Ancestry.com back in the mail. And now my other son wants to do Ancestry.com too. So if you're looking for a last minute thing, Ancestry.com is on sale right now. It's steeply discounted. I think it's like 40% off. And that's a great last minute gift that you can give electronically or some other way. I think it's $60 right now, and the normal is $100. So that's Ancestry.com for a gift idea. All right, what else did I promise to talk about? Other last minute gift ideas. This is so much fun. I wish I had thought of this, and maybe in your family this is normal. But I love mugs, and I love personalized stuff, and I love, like, if I have a favorite movie, if I have a mug that represents that, or if I go to a museum and there's a mug I can get from that museum, or a book or a calendar or something like that. I love stuff from places that I love. So if you're looking for a last minute gift idea, you can think of maybe what someone's favorite movie or favorite book is, or maybe their favorite location, and then go on Amazon and look up something related to that. That would be a cool, thoughtful, personalized gift. So that's all I have planned for this time. I don't know if anybody else wants to chime in. If you've been watching my lives, what do you think? What do you think? Do you have more questions? Do you feel like you know me more? Do you feel like I feel like there's a whole lot more to scratch the surface beneath. I was thinking back to the video that I did on how to help your struggling reader. And I thought, boy, I hope people clearly walked away with like an understanding of what I was talking about. Really, it's creating a culture of reading that's going to turn a reader around, and setting an expectation like 1 hour a day of listening to an audiobook is a really simple way to get somebody up to grade level with reading very quickly. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing. So I wanted to make sure you had that. I don't see anybody else interacting. So I think I might just call it quits for tonight. Anybody? Anybody want to say anything? All right. Well, I hope you enjoy those movie recommendations, and I will be doing longer lives tomorrow during the week. Christmas Eve, I'm not sure. I'll probably be reading a scripture. And maybe Christmas Day too. We'll see. But this is part of a personal challenge that I did for myself. And as you think about the new year and personal challenges for yourself, I hope you will think of your gifts, talents, desires, and abilities, and really start to create a plan for 2020 so that it's the best year yet. Have a great evening, and if you haven't heard about it, 60 Minutes Tonight is doing a story on a church in Ethiopia that was actually carved out of stone. So I'm going to be tuning into that in just a few minutes. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.